pushing till I get it right. Yeah, these days I've been wide awake, I never sleep late. Got a lot to do, I treat a Sunday like a weekday. Do it for my son, set the table, I need 3 plates. Have my cake and eat it, baby, don't forget the cheesecake. Got it, yeah, they know I got it. Confidence contagious, so the ones around me caught it. Everybody waiting on me, hoping I'ma drop it. I feel like all this weight is on me, still I'm never stopping. No, that is not a, yeah, pushing myself to the limit. I set a goal, but still I never feel enough when I get it. Cause when I go and all these feelings overflow to the ceiling, it's like a hole just open up and I don't know how to feel it. I tell them, look, I don't make mistakes, the mistakes made me. Drop songs when I write them, I don't wait 8 weeks. They too focus on the image now, but that ain't me. Lot of rats taking pics, that's why they say cheese. Lately I've been feeling like there's something off. A lot of friends used to show me love, ain't showing love at all. Yeah, only cheer me on when I was underdog. Running up the numbers, everybody keep on running off. Funny how they wanted me to win until I passed them. Now all of a sudden they be talking in the past tense. He was this, he was that, like I changed up. Had a kid, I'm a dad, gotta make funds these days. Everybody focus on the he say and she say. Acting up and trying to make a scene like a screenplay. Try to
all right.
What
is good? What is good? Welcome in.
On the music, not a pick for the gram. Stay true to my supporters, yes I did it for them. So even when I get hot, never switch on a fan. These days I don't take advice from anybody who gon' tell me how to do it if they never even did it right.
Welcome in. How y'all doing? These days. All right, let's do it. Good to see y'all. Game time. Game time. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Welcome in, everyone. How we doing? How we doing? Why don't you give yourself a round of applause here today for showing up, being consistent. W's in the chat. Not for me, but for you. For you. All right, let's get to it. All right, my professionals have arrived. Let's do this, man. W's in the chat. What up? Z Gamer is here. Let's go. What up, Louis G? Who we got here? Killshot in the building. What up, Killshot? What up, Yanosh? 3 Ants in the building. What up, 3 Ants? What up, Raja? Raja. Good morning, Tamra. Good morning. Good up. What up, Serge? Only Bands. Jeff in the house. Moozamil in the building. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, Luffy? What up, Engineer 14? Eric P in the house. Mr. Marcus King. What up, Vishal? Oh. Clubhouse got motion. Rob Trades in the house. What up, Zyper? What up, Elk? What up, Captain? Who else? Josh in the house. What up, Josh? Energy in the building. Mr. Ooh, it's gone. But yeah, that one's gone too. Mr. BTC, there he is. Yeah, there he is. What up, Shubs? Mike go in the building. Let's get it. A lot of improvements happening around this this clubhouse here. W guys, W. What up, GK? Golden in the building. What's up, Golden? It's Plan G in the house. What up, Bone? What up, Nate G? Sunboy in the house. What's poppin'? Silas. There we go. What up, Jose? All right. Well, welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Good to see y'all. Happy Wednesday. It's good to be back. Hero of the day is in the building he's got ice cream coffee. Yeah, ice cream coffee. Ice cream and coffee. Iced coffee. Do you enjoy iced coffee? Hero of the day. That's the question. What up, Tyrone? What's good, Sam? Luffy, how you feeling? George VDM. There's my boy. There he is. I think we can get started now that George is here. What do you say? What up, Mad Lord? Lucas, how you feeling? PM Magnifico, good to see you guys. Good to see everyone today. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's pray real quick, and then we'll get on our way here today. Cool. Great session in London. Great session in New York. Last night's Asian session was phenomenal. Yeah, just really awesome sessions going on lately. So let's just give some thanks and then we'll get started. Cool. Let's run it. Well, Father God, we thank you for today, Lord. It's a new day that you've created. We're here. So I just pray that everyone would be glad, Lord, that they would rejoice in it, that they would be glad in it. We thank you for these sessions here, Lord. We thank you for making things brand new every time, making them fresh, and truly just digging deeper and impacting lives at another level. Lord, we're so grateful for the work that you're doing here, not just in people's finances, Lord, but in their hearts and in their minds, and just having that lead to better actions and better habits. So, Lord, I thank you for using this microphone and my voice to speak to your people. I pray you would continue to do it. More of you, less of me, and we just give you all the glory here. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Lovely work, my friends. Lovely work. Lots of improvement. So proud of everyone here. Just, yeah, couldn't be more thankful. I mean, this is what we set out to do. You know, 3 years ago, this is really what the vision looked like, and man, it's so cool to be right smack in the middle of it. So congratulations to all you guys for being a big part of this and moving on with your life and getting better at your trading and cleaning up your mistakes and, you know, just moving on, right? We want to see more victories, more family victories, more people getting free, more people driving supercars, more people giving freely, thinking freely, you know what I mean? So that's what's going on here. That's what we got going on here. So welcome in. Let me just lower this music a little bit, and we're going to get this party started. Yeah, I think the music should be all right. Maybe. Let me lower it a smidge bit more. There we go. What up, Aaron? Aaron in the house. Amens, gang. Amen. All right, well, let's get into it here. Let's talk about today. Today is Wednesday. Give me a little heads up or thumbs down on the music before I get rolling here. Let me get something from Zoom. What do we think? We good? Okay, cool. All right, sweet. So let's jump into it here. This is Wednesday. It is July 2nd, and I think I said June. July 2nd here, and it's another day, another opportunity for us to be grateful, just for us to really make smart decisions. I mean, somebody asked me recently, hey, man, how do you have such a high win rate? I don't know. I just don't take stupid trades, right? So let's not take any stupid trades today. Let's lock in on the future. How about that? How about for one day you just get rid of what the want of what you need today and think about where you want to be next year and start to make your decisions day by day based off of where you want your outcome or where you want to be at this time next year. So I'm going to do that today because I want to be further along next year. So I'm going to make smart decisions today that my future self will thank me for. I'm going to stick to my plan. I'm going to be disciplined. I'm going to exemplify discipline, and I'm going to wait for the right opportunities to come to me. All right, so let's talk about this. We got some news here. We got 8:15 ADP news. Going to be a big red folder. Should bring in lots of volume. I'm very, very bullish on gold here today. That's pretty much all we got, right? Just that 10:30. You got crude oil inventories coming in at 10:30, but that's about it. So I think the big news is going to be sitting right in front of us, about 10 minutes away. And as that news comes out, I will be looking to enter trades once we get the outcome and see where we can go from there. All right. So let's go ahead and dive into the technicals here, and let's jump into it. I am staying away until after 8:15. Yeah, so it doesn't matter what price looks like right now. 8:15 is where I'll play the game. So let's talk about it. Y'all ready? If you can, give the stream a like here. Sub to the channel if you're not subbed. If you're not subbed to the channel, man, what you doing? What you doing, man? Just sub. We're creeping on 50K here. So let's get to it. We can get there, and let's get this breakdown popping. So let's talk about gold here. This is the daily time frame, and as you can see, let's track back a little bit to when we were bearish last week, right? So we were bearish last week, and we were looking at these resistance levels all through here, and I want to keep drilling this into your mind a little bit, right? So as you can see, price came all the way down, right into that area, and then we pushed back up, right? And then we created that resistance again. We came all the way down right into that area, right? So when we created this resistance here like 2 weeks ago, we were obviously bearish, right? So we were selling gold like crazy those 2 weeks. But, as we noticed, just like we did here, and now here, when we came down, where do we come to? Right into that zone. What zone does that match up with? Major little support here, right? So this is yesterday or the day before was so easy to kind of like visualize that candle moving bullish. We did take buys that day as well, and it was very simple, right? If you look left, you can see where price has come, in the past, right? And this is all we have to go off of, right? All we have as traders is previous data to look at. So the previous data states clearly that every time we form resistance up here, we shot right down towards like 49 and pop back up. So I think we're popping back up here now. I could see us moving up towards like 97, right? Filling this wick, retesting the highs up here, and then continuing to either move up from there or reject that area. So if we look here, we did form support, right? What do you know? Right at that level, we did reject right out of that area too. We created support. Next candle moved up. We broke the highs here, pushed up very strong, and yesterday's candle closed very strong bullish, right? So if we look at this, we also notice that we closed above the range here to the left, slightly above, and we've made a lower wick. And now I think if we break these highs, you should see a push up here on gold today. So I'm very bullish. Let's take a look at the 4-hour here. 4-hour did create support as well now. So look, we grabbed the pack, we created support, we got ADP coming out. So there's an issue going on with this 4-hour candle, and it's probably waiting for news, right? So really want to see what we do when that news comes out and where we can go. But all in all, I'm very bullish. I can see this 4-hour candle moving up to fill the range, especially, if we kind of come down and break the lows a little bit to create a steeper wick and then potentially continue moving up there. So let's look at the 1-hour here, and let's go identify what that rejection looks like. Go ahead and identify what that 4-hour pack runner looks like so we can get a better read here. So 1-hour has a pretty decent support sitting right here at 33.42. You also have resistance here at 33.54, and it looks like we got a fake out here. So I'm not totally sold on the fake out, right? I think if we can get a closure back above, then this would make a lot of sense, right, for price to continue moving bullish here today. It would be really, really cool to see price come down, break the 4-hour low, give the candle a steeper wick on this 1-hour candle, and then reject out of there something like this, and then we just wait for closures back above here, right, and then go ahead and take the longs, right? So that way the 4-hour candle now has a really good official lower wick, and then if it re-breaks the highs, there's a very high chance it'll continue moving up today. So I like buys. Buys are very, very clean. Let's take a look at the 30-minute. Yeah, I mean, we got a little fake out here going on. I think buys are very clean above 33.55. We'll look for potential fake outs below 48 when it comes to that 4-hour lower wick, and then I think yeah, probably the best sells are below 39 here today, but we'll see about the sells as price action plays out here. But let's hang tight. This 15-minute chart, as you can see here, we're in basically a consolidation zone. Look at last time, all chop. We may chop around here just like we did, but once we pick a side, I think we can get moving. So that's pretty much what I'm looking at here on gold. We've got 5-6 minutes before the ADP news gets released, and then we can pretty much take things from there. So those are my ranges right now. I'm going to get rid of this lower one at 39. I'm going to look for potential fake outs, right, somewhere below here, and then see if we can buy this back up. So clean buys above 55, and then potential fake outs here below 48. So what I mean by that is any sort of like bearish closure like this, right, close below. If it's followed up by a bullish candle that closes back above the range, I'll be open to taking buys from down here, or if I must, I can wait till 55, just depending on the price action. So that is the plan here for me. Range 2 sells look pretty good below 48, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. Cool. So that's the game here. Let's see how the news comes out, and then we keep marching from there. All right, what up, Green? What's popping? How we feeling? Let's see, what is that range here? About 60 pips. So yeah, let's see what happens here. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ too. Looks like we did move down a little yesterday. So, oh yeah, nice. Okay, cool. So yesterday we did close bearish here. This is NQ now that we're talking about. We did create resistance about damn time on the daily time frame. So finally got some sort of resistance to form. Very strong bearish candle here as well. So it would be nice to get a pullback. It would be very nice to get a pullback. So let's see what the 4 hour looks like. 4 hour is ranging a little bit. So you got support here. Right, you got resistance sitting right there, and this candle has no top wick, and we have not closed below yet, right? So I think if we can close below on the 4 hour, that's where we can get much more bearish today, right? Let's see what the 1 hour looks like. Yeah, you got some stuff happening here. So yeah, yeah, we'll see what happens with the 4 hour closure. So you guys know me, I'm not gonna really trade this until after 9 a.m. So hopefully by 9 a.m. we get something like that, where maybe we get a top wick, and then we're coming down to break the lows or something for 9:30, and then maybe a play will fall right into our lap with NQ. But yeah, that's it for now. I'm gonna hang tight on the 4 hour chart. I'll wait for 9 a.m. and then peek back at it later. Other than that, Goldie coming down to break the 4 hour lows here. So let's see if we can make that steeper wick, come back up just like we drew out. And then if we do that, right, we'll take that trade. Cool. Trade. Yeah, what up, Dan? Yeah, trade's coming a little later. Yeah, I think so. Asian sells were nice. Can we go over the trade? Yes. Yeah, we took sells in Asian last night. It was really all we had to work with. Let's go to yesterday. All right, so Asian sesh, that was 22 here. Let's take a look. Hey, where'd TradeZella put the trade at now? You guys see the update on TradeZella? I'm trying to find it here. Attachments. Where did I put it? Could have sworn I put it. Who knows? Anyone? I lost the picture. It's here somewhere. Playbook. Execution. Could have sworn I put it right in attachments. Who knows? Anyone? Sebastian, where you at, bro? I think I have a picture of it anyway over here in Discord. One sec. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, so this was the trade taken in Asian last night. So basically what we were looking for was pretty much range 2 sells below. So there was, you can't really see it on this time frame, but there was a fake out that took place, and it was right here. So you can't see it was on a different time frame, but yeah, so we were waiting for a little fake out, right? So the fake out happened. So let's say there's a range on the other time frame. Price came back up, but then closed with no top wick, right? And then we just move up and grab all that liquidity up there, right? And end up closing below. So this is where we look to take the sells. It wasn't, you know, it was all right. You know, it wasn't the greatest move in the world, but it was all we had to work with there. And yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Let me just see something here. Perfect. We broke those lows. That's amazing, actually. Yeah, this is perfect. And that was pretty much it. You know, the trade was on this first candle. So the first candle drove down, right, and just closed full at that yellow line. So kept the current candle highs back in the range. Look to secure profits to the left over here, you know, between these little two areas. And that's where exactly price hit. And that was it. Yeah, that was the trade. Yeah, this closure, we needed this closure here, though. Once we got this, that kind of helped us out a lot, right? Plus the 1 hour time frame, the candles were all closing below. So it was, you know, we got to take it. Sometimes you don't like the playbook when it shows up, but You got to take it all the time, so that way things could, you know, roll with the probabilities. All right, gang, this is lovely. Sheesh. Got to wait for this candle to close here. Man, oh man, oh man. 13 minutes. 13 minutes. But hey, this is what we drew out, right? So if this can kind of come to fruition and close, you know, right around here, then we're in that. Gonna be a long 13 minutes. Or you can take an impulse trade right here, and you can risk the fact that it either will shoot all the way up or come all the way back down. So I'd rather just wait for the close. Either way, we gonna be all right. Let's see, ADP. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yo, those numbers are crazy. Gold's gonna fly. Gold's gonna fly. Wait for this closure. Just wait on it. We don't do that anymore. Love it, love it. Wow, we're gonna get a big move out of gold here today. I think it could happen. It could happen. This 4 hour can really rip today. It's gonna be a long 12 minutes, gang. Damn, that was only 1 minute since we talked last about 13 minutes. Holy. Yikes. Would you consider 56 resistance? 56? No, I would consider 55. Yeah, 55 right here. Oh my gosh, comics is coming. Hopefully comics pushes us down. Yeah, pushes us down a little, and then that gives us that opportunity with the closure. Should we bring out the arrows? No. We ain't bringing those out yet. No. Wait for the webinar. Wait for the webinar. Yo, yesterday's trade was epic, eh? That was a fun one, man. You know, you gotta love those ones. They come, you know, every now and then, but they're a good time. They're a good time. Yeah, I usually always wait for 15-minute entries. I'll take entries off 1 hour, 30-minute, and 15, but I find myself leaning more towards the 15-minute for entries, you know, at this point in my career. Last night I stayed up for Asian. Nice. 3 a.m. passed out, woke up. Nick had sell stops, made 20 pips, passed my combine, went to sleep again. That's good. Oh, the exhausting life of a day trader, man. I'll tell you. Nick, when do you sleep, bro? Hey, I be acting like Sujay, man. I just be sleeping, waking up, trading, going back to sleep, waking up, trading. The magnet? Oh, yeah. Yes, comics did push us down, or not yet, but. I am waiting for a 30-minute closure. I am waiting for a 30-minute closure. I will wait for a 30-minute closure. Nick, you will not enter impulsively. You will wait for a 30-minute closure. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, Goldie. Oh, man. Here comes comics, gang. We might be out of here. Let me see that 5-minute closure. Stay put. Stay put. I shall wait for a 30-minute closure. I shall not get FOMO here. Today I operate as a calm trader. I love that, bro. I love that. What up, Ben? Ben Bennett in the house. How you feeling? Wickfill. Where do we trade live in Asia? We trade in the clubhouse. Yeah, so in our Discord clubhouse. So we don't go live on YouTube outside of the New York sesh, but we do go live in all the sessions outside of. Hold on one sec. Yeah, we do go live for all the sessions, but just in the clubhouse, yeah. All right, Goldie. 8 minutes. We're at the 8-minute mark, gang. We're at the 8-minute mark. You know how this is. Let's see. What up, Arrow Sassy? Yo, shout out to Arrow Sassy. Did you come, like, raw, like, were you, like, using your superpowers and stuff yesterday for us? We appreciate that. Yo, I don't usually watch anything back. Any live streams, any trades, nothing. But I had to watch that one back. I was like screaming at this dude, Arrow Sassy. I'm like, get over here. Yo, my bad, bro. My bad. Didn't mean to talk to you like that. Good, brother. Great, Ben. Doing excellent. That webinar on Saturday was fire. I cannot get enough knowledge. Yeah, higher time frame. Yeah, man, that was a great webinar. Great webinar. What's really cool is we've been able to apply that like 3 or 4 times so far since the webinar. All right. 7 minutes. Wow, man, these minutes are taking very long. I trade in peace. I detach in trust. I receive in grace. I like that. I like that. Gonna write it on a sticky note? Do it. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me if we run, you know what I mean? This is the move that we anticipate happening, plus with the news, but I will wait for the 30 closure. Wildest trade of the year by far? You think so? I think so, right? Yeah, I think that probably was the most interesting trade of the year so far. Just requested 5K from Top Step. Let's go, Mugs. Let's go. Amazing. Congratulations. Congrats. Can we play the peace song? Yo, my man Angelo was going crazy. He was in his bag last night, man. That was awesome. I was crying. You had me rolling, bro. You had me rolling. I love that. I love that energy. I like when people are fired up, man. Let's go. He's got the Matrix glasses on today. We lit. We're lit. What up, Patrick? What's up, Stephen B? Mr. OGH. Good morning, DJ Scratches. Boom. Good morning, Julia. How y'all feeling? Good to see you. Good to see y'all. Yo, that neck pillow, though? Angelo, when you threw that neck pillow off, yo, I was like, this guy's in his bag. This man is in his bag right now. Did that? Hopefully that thing didn't like hit anything or knock any lights down or knock any candles over. Everything looks good. The house still looks like it's not burnt. So yeah, it looks good over there, man. Yo, that neck pillow went crazy. My man was taking flight. Angelo, hey, put that neck pillow back on, man. Your life is about to take flight. It's up, bro. It's up. Green, tell him. Look at him. It's up. Yo, I love that, man. I love your energy, bro. You just keep that up. Only bands. Oh, man. Angelo Betts, baby. Remember the name. Tell him. Remember the name, son. Angelo Betts. I saw feet in the air for 2 seconds. Yo. He was jumping. You got a trampoline below you or something? What you got going on over there? He was jumping. That was lit. Honestly, that was fire. That was better than the dude from the song who made the video. Yeah, they should have put Angelo in the video, man. All right. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Can we get a little pullback on the 5? Then that would be awesome. Little comeback, support, boom. Boom, boom. All right, let's see if we can pull back a little here. This would be awesome. If we can close anywhere around, like, yeah, somewhere back down towards like 56. Have a nice wick fill, 57. That would be great. Isn't the candle too big to enter when it close? Yeah, so it's borderline right now, you know. So if it does close like way up here, I think it'll be best for us to obviously, you know, wait and all the hype will go down. But if we come back towards like, you know, 57, 56, then I think we got a beautiful opportunity here. Yeah. Blocking the matrix. Is the 4-hour support to the left any concern to you? Let's take a look. Honestly, not really, man. We're just so damn bullish here today that I feel like, you know, that isn't really going to play much of a factor. It might, but I just, you know, based off of technicals and volume and everything that we have going on here today, I think, you know, we can really, you know, consider ourselves very bullish and maybe kind of avoid looking at that today. Yeah, look, if the daily candle was bearish and the daily was coming up to make a top wick, right, and then this was maybe where we can say, hey, this might be where the top wick is going to form, right, then that's when I would probably use that zone. But we're bullish here on the day. We're bullish on the 4 hours, so I'm probably going to avoid looking at that and just, you know, kind of keep my eyes focused on where the higher time frame bullish move can go. Yeah, and pretty much until we break the 4-hour lows, which is below 48, so. Yeah, so below 48, I'm open to the sells. Ask and you shall receive. Gold, can you close at 3357.1 exactly? We have asked. NQ before the 30 closure. Let's take a look. Yeah, looks like you're going to close bearish here. I think we're bearish on the 4-hour, bearish on the daily. Yeah, not too bad. 15 look pretty clean, yeah, for the most part. Yeah, 30 closures look good. Gold should move up. NQ should possibly move down here now today. Boom, 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 boom. Johnny Gems, how you doing? There he is. John, you heading back today, right? Oh, he's in YouTube too now. All right, let's see. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We should close exactly at that yellow line. There we go. Perfect. Now let's see if we can get a lower wick here, and then we can potentially enter on some buy stops. Yeah. Yeah, lower wicks, I would say, you know, somewhere back down towards, yeah, that white line there. I really would like to see a little upper wick. So some of you guys know I like to wait for a little, just a little high to be formed. So if we can kind of pop and then turn back around real quick, I'll have the buy stop. Plus, I never like entering in the first, you know, 1 minute of the candle. Respect the schmear. Gold close exactly respecting the schmear. So I would let it flip up. I mean, you can do whatever you like. I would let it flip up first and then go ahead and set a buy stop on the break of that high, wherever it flips up to. Yeah, that's a perfect lower wick there. Perfect. So I'm getting ready to have these in here. I might have to give them a little. I don't like using this flip entry, so I might just kind of keep it a little bit above. The man, the myth, the legend, Johnny Gems. That's right. So this is the trade we drew out on the 30-minute time frame here during the top-down analysis. And this is the trade we shall take here. Yeah. I really want to see a wick on the top, though. MGC got one? Okay, nice. Let me take a look. Oh, wow. Okay. Very nice. That's good. Let me check forex here. Forex got one? Yeah, not really. All right. What's up, Pablo? How are you? How do I wait? It's a skill set, brother. Time is all we got. Patience. Patience isn't a quality, it's a skill. It's practice. It's built like a muscle. What's the stop on Toro? I haven't placed the order yet. I'm about to, though. But yeah, I mean current candle's going to be the stops pretty much. So wherever that is. Once that's formed, even if we got like a 15 celery here at 845 would be pretty awesome too. So we'll see. Why is NFP tomorrow instead of Friday? Because Friday's a big bank holiday in the U.S. It's the 4th of July, so the banks will be closed that day. Come tomorrow, we might have a Raja Casino opportunity here on the TT live stream tomorrow. Yeah, so come by tomorrow. Maybe I'll take a trade. It'll have to be on my live account. You know, I can't do it on Maybe I'll run a trade on NFP with Raja, but it has to be small size and it has to be on my live account, not on my funded. I ran a Q&A on my live stream. Oh, not a, yeah, Q&A. Yeah, Q&A. I mean on my Instagram. So if you guys want to check it out, and then I come right into a Q&A on YouTube, man. I'm the Q&A guy. But yeah, if you go to my story, you can check it out. Quick little Q&A, pretty good questions. A lot of questions came in a very short period of time, which was good. So yes, I got some of your questions answered. If you want to go up there and check it out. What are our stops looking like? 47 pips. 47 pips. Do I think it's worth going 4 contracts? I'm going 3. So yeah, you could so depending on the closure, right? If we don't get activated within the next 5 minutes or so, then what we can do is we can, you know, wait for the celery play. But I'll be honest, I really want to see this like flip up a little bit, like give a wick. So I'm a little like, you know, keeping my buy stop ready, but I don't want to get in when this candle flips. So I'll just have my finger on the trigger here. We got a lot of volatility, I'll tell you that though. Look at this candle. Boom, boom. Holy. Let me just get my other account ready. All right, cool. Gonna wait for the celery. Okay, cool, cool. 15 minute or 30? 15 celeries are nice. Yeah, they're nice. Yeah, what I would love is for us to wick up a little and then flip back bearish, and then maybe the celery in like, what is it? 7 minutes? Yeah, that'd be awesome. But we may just get going. Bring the arrows. Bring in the arrows. 8 minutes. Yeah, I like gold moving up here. Everything looks golden. I mean, this 1 hour candle, I know it's still open here, but we can move up. The 4 hour candle, the daily. Yeah, everything looks good. Five, no bottom wick. Yeah. All right, so if we don't get activated in a minute and 45 seconds, we could delete this, and we'll wait on the 15 closure. Yeah, that'll put us 5 minutes out. Where do I have where I have trade today? Box, you should have trade idea sketch to be good. How many times? I'm not sure what that means, brother. All right, I'm gonna delete this. Yes, I'm gonna delete this until the 15 closure now. So if we can close just like that on the 15, then I will re-add the buy stop. If we can create a little top wick, man, that would be awesome. Then we could put the buy stop right there, and then on the next candle, look to execute on the break of the highs. Yeah, there it is. So let's see if we stay put now. Five minutes. Has anyone ever had their crypto stolen? I'm sure some people. Have you guys ever seen that one video? It's like that older man. He deleted his password. He had like a couple mil in crypto, and he deleted the password. Any of you guys ever seen that one? Oh man, he's like, it's gone. I deleted it. Oh, on the YouTube template, create image for today's trade. That actually would be a pretty good idea, man. And get a little picture of it in there. That's a good idea, Dan. Celery can be better. Yes, it can. Yeah. See how now we got that top wick there? So now I really wouldn't mind. So like if we had a little bit more time than 4 minutes here, I'd put the buy stop now. Like put it on there now. Because yeah, if you re-break this high, I mean, it could go. So we're going to, we made a decision to delete and wait for this 4 minutes. So that's what we'll do. But, got to live with that choice. New subscriber. Yo. With 2 days profit, just follow your video. Thanks. Awesome. Love it. Today's your third day. Let's go. Congrats. Yeah, you're in. I stayed in too. Actually didn't delete this on the other account. I'm trying to make exhaust money today. Yeah. I'm trying to make some exhaust money today. Yeah, I guess I'll just stay in on that account. We'll see if we can wait on this closure here on the 15 for this one. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you see how once we kind of like broke the high there, it worked out pretty well. So let's see if we can stay put and then look to get in on this next open. This one, actually, I just forgot. I set them both. I deleted here, but I'm okay with leaving this one. This one's my own account too, my own capital. So it's not like I could blow it, you know what I mean, with a 45 pip stop or something like that. So yeah, I just trade that one a little bit more free. I think we're bullish anyway today, you know what I mean? So I'm happy with just being in a long position. But yeah, I really want to get in here. So let's see if we can get this closure and go from there. All new here for me. What's up, Sean? Yo, yo. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Any questions you have, don't hesitate to ask. John, is he alive? Of course. Alive and well. He's thriving. He's thriving. He's on his way back from the beach. All right, 1 minute. I canceled because it was the last 5-minute candle. So usually I like to cancel the order when the last 5 minute opens up. If I don't get activated yet, so that's why. $25. I don't think you age. You don't age after 25, do you? Where's all my friends that are over 25? Can you tell these young guys? You don't even age after 25. What are they talking about? I've been 25. You don't learn this until after 25, trust me. Yeah, I seen it burnt. I seen it. I'm okay. I'm fine with sticking with that. We're gonna re-add this here anyway. So let's go to boom. And now we do have that high that we want to see broken. So this is good. I've been 23 for 11 years. You know, you see what I mean? All right, cool. So we kind of got a bit of a celery play. So let's see if we can get a lower wick and then move on up here. Yeah, we do. We grow older. We grow younger. So I try to tell the kids, man. All right, cool. So, yeah, so everything looks good here. Let's see if we can get a lower wick, which it looks like we're getting. The entry is going to be on the break of the previous candle highs. So, yeah, I think that'll do it. Yeah, I'm going to use, I'm probably just going to use this current candle as my stop. About 24 pips. Yeah, I could probably increase my size a smidge here too. We, what time is it? 8:45? Why do I feel like it's so much later? All right, cool. So yeah, let's see if we can get activated here and start ripping up. Yeah, we had early news. That's right, 8:15. Throws you off a little. Would you jump in on this 15 celery, or would it be best to stay out until the 1 hour 30 closes? I think it's good. I think the celery looks pretty good here. The 4 hour looks like it can continue up. The 1 hour looks pretty clean, right? We're staying very strong bullish here. Broke the highs and all that. The 30-minute closed above. We now have a wick on the top. The 15-minute also remained above here. So this is your range on the 15. So yeah, I mean, it looks pretty clean to continue moving up for the day. But, you know, we know how gold gets down too. So it's like gold can move up, right? And it could look so clean on the 1 hour time frame, but, you know, the lower time frames could look like that. So that's why gold is a good pair to, you know, do what I do, like close partials, bag profits, go to break even, right? Because gold is a very aggressive, exotic pair that will throw wicks around and all that crazy stuff. Yeah, I did. Yeah, yesterday I literally thought it was Friday the whole day. I don't know why. I think the meetup or something kind of. I don't even know. It was so funny though, because like me and Anna's goal was to be free, to be financially free. We used to hear these people. They were like, "Yeah, we don't even know what day it is." So yesterday I'm like, "Yo, it's." I thought it was. I was telling Anna, I'm like, I thought it was Friday the whole day. And she's like, nah, it's Wednesday, you know? And I'm like, oh my God, you know? And then like a few minutes later, we found out that it was actually Tuesday. And we were like, both of us were wrong. Oh, snap. Yeah, so this is what the trade's going to look like. So break of the highs entry, stop's going to be about 40 pips here below that low. And then full TP is going to be about 100 pips. And then we got a nice clean area to take partials somewhere between here. I would say right around these levels here, like 64. 64-ish. And if we do take a loss, like if let's say we get activated and price comes back down and breaks the low here or whatever, then that's fine. We can always, you know, reconsider buys a little bit later. I mean, this is like a good opportunity to maybe catch the longs early here from an early spot. So we'll see if we can get them. And if not, we'll be prepared for more trades as well. But yeah, this one looks pretty good. Yeah, I mean, we look clean. The 1 hour looks clean to fill the range here, right? Up into this zone here. So that looks good. And I've been activated here. So let's see where we go. Stops are going to be kept back below the range. TP is going to be, you know, somewhere up here. What is this? About 1900. Wow, I can't even make 1900. That's crazy. So yeah, partials will probably be around like 33664 ish, and that'll be the trade pretty much. Can I even make 1700? That's the question. We're going for exhaust money here though. My other account's sitting 3,200 in profit at this wick fill. So let's see if we could break the highs. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I'm going to close partials at that wick fill on my other account here. Let's see if we could break the highs and move up though. All right, so we're breaking the highs here. I like a partial. I like a partial here and a break even, I think. Yeah, partials, break even, because I'm already up pretty decent in profits here. I don't want to make more than I can on the account. So then now we can settle in on break even, took some partials, closed half the position, and now just let the rest of it run. Yeah, it's sitting 20 pips, 21 pips there. So let's see if we can get the rest of it to run up towards 64, and that'll be the trade. Yeah. Yeah, and then we could always wait for another one. You know what I mean? Around 9:15, 9:30 too. Come on, Goldie. Give us some volume here. Give us some volume. Straight push. But my stops are locked. My stops are locked. My partials have been taken on both accounts here. And I will let this one rock here. So if you guys did the same as me, good stuff. If you're holding, good stuff. If you waited and didn't get in this trade, good stuff. It's all good. All right, break even for me. Awesome. Cool. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah, let's let the 1 hour close now. So we got a little bag. Now we wait. Time to chillax. Yeah, good work. Good work. Our original entry, you know, which was somewhere around here, would have been nice. I got a better fill, obviously, on my other account and the wick fill, but yeah, you gotta take what you can, right? Our rule was on this to delete it with 5 minutes left, and you know it's fine. Can we keep moving though? Can we keep moving? And then what we could do here is we can look for new opportunities come yeah, what did we get there? 20, 22, I think, 21 or 22 pips. We can wait for new opportunities, you know what I mean, as 9:30 comes along. Still waiting. That's perfectly fine. We should be filled with opportunities today. Little 700. Yeah, I got a little. You know, every day is about a $1,500 day for me. But I'm excited about this over here. A little 30-something hundred here today. Take that. Your boy needs an exhaust. And it ain't cheap, I'll tell you that. Things like $7 grand. But we gonna get it. We'll get it right out this market. Oh yeah, that's fire. See, this is really the beauty of trading your own account, man. Like $3,400. Like I'm probably gonna take some money and just literally buy the exhaust with it. One day. You guys, that took like what, 10 minutes? That's the power of this skill set. It's crazy. You know, I was driving in traffic. I sat in traffic yesterday for the first time in like forever. And I was in the Porsche and stuff, and I looked around and I just remembered being, and I don't mean like traffic like there's an accident. I mean that like rush hour traffic. And I just looked around and you know, I remember being in that other position where I was driving home from work and, you know, all that stuff. And even when I was working, I would look around at the cars in traffic and see people like so depressed and so like just, it seemed like they were drained, right? And I mean, I had just come from work too, but I was fired up because I was going to go build my other business, you know what I mean? Or go do something that was going to move me forward, right? But I looked at that and I said, man, you know, like this guy to the left of me, like I might have made his monthly salary in a day, right? Like, I mean, if you look at today, right? Like, and this is not for me to brag. This is to brag on the skill set of trading. So like, look at today, between today and yesterday, right? 3,400, or let's just go to the week. Let's just go to the week on this account here, right? $7,800 in the last 7 days. Like that was way more than my monthly income when I had a job. Right. And that's in the last week. So this is the power of this skill set. And that's why I'm really trying to tell y'all, stop playing with this. Like, respect the schmear for real. Like, I know we joke about it, but I'm dead serious. Like, respect the schmear, G. because the schmear will respect you, right? Respect the playbook. Stop taking stupid trades and doing dumb things, and you can literally pull profits like that too. You know, and some of you guys can pull profits, but you give it back. You know, that was the next big issue for me, is I started to be able to profit, but I started just giving it all back. So if you're at that point, man, it's just a matter of a couple more tweaks, a couple more adjustments, and then you will get your level up for sure. Respect it, man. Respect the schmear. A cool 600 plus on the day from my boy Aaron. Yep, we could all get the money. It's who's giving it back. Me, I don't give mine back. I hold on to mine for dear life. Like, I don't want to give it back, man. My skill set paid me. You know, my skill set's not something that's supposed to pay me and then give it back. You know, my skill set's supposed to pay me. What's the schmear? It's just a playbook. It's just a funny term that we use. It's TTE terminology. Schmear. He said egg salad breath. Oh man. Why do you trade multiple accounts rather than just increase your contract size on one? Good question, but no reason really. Like, I don't know. I'm very flowy. Like, I'm very like freestyly. Like sometimes I'll have all my accounts connected. Sometimes I won't. I don't know. No actual like valid reason. Just personal preference. I'm flowy. You know what I mean? Flow state, Louis G. I tried to tell him back three years ago. It's all flow state. How many accounts do I trade? I trade 4 accounts. So I trade, these 3 instant funded accounts, and then my 1 live capital account. Wow, I'm happy I closed on everything. Smart move. Smart move, especially with the hour coming to an end. Yeah, because that hour kind of pushed up quite a bit. So now look, if you get a new hour closure, now we basically take the same trade that we took on the 30, only we take it on the 1 hour. All right, does that make sense? So if the 1 hour now gives us a lower wick here, right, then I think the next 1 hour, when it re-breaks its high, it can fill the range. I'm actually not using a futures broker. I'm using Tora Markets, which is actually a forex broker, and it's Raja's U.S. broker. So Raja and his team over at Dominion Markets, they can't service U.S. clients with everything, so they created a broker here in the U.S. So I've been using that one. Check DM in Discord. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will. Why no Top Step anymore? Just because Top One, those guys are my homies. You know what I mean? Those are friends of mine. I'd rather use theirs and help them. They're basically the same exact thing as Top Step. So I've been working with the guys over at Top One. I've become good friends with Clay over there too, and they got a good thing going with this futures firm that they got here. So I have no complaints with it, and the fact that they're on Project X makes it even better. So yeah, I'd rather do that. Rather support my friends versus support strangers. What prop accounts I use? I only use Top One Futures. That's it. Top One Futures, and then over here I use Tora Markets, which is a like a CFD broker. So you do have to use, go through crypto and all that here, but yeah, again, Raja, friend of mine, right? So I'd rather support my friends and the people who have supported me versus, you know, other people. Tora Markets, yeah, if you hit exclamation point broker, then a link will pop up. You'll stay connected with like TTE for it. And yeah, I think you might get a little like commission rate discount or something too if you use like our link. I think that's what they said. All right, Johnny Gems, nice trade, man. Nice trade. Way to take profits on vacation. Oh wait, life is vacation. Forgot about that. Way to take profits on your way back from the beach. Call it. Close your laptop. Don't even think about trading till Asian session. Have fun, bro. Looking at NQ? Yeah, sure. Let's take a look. So again, you know, if we can get a bit of a wick here, right, then there might be another entry popping off. I just don't like the way this 30-minute candle closed. So yeah, we might just wait for a break and retest on the 15, and that'll probably be like around 9:15, 9:30, where we can get maybe a fake out or something and then buy again. Yeah, I'm open to another trade today. I'm very bullish here on gold, so. Tora Markets, fire. Yeah, they are pretty good actually. Yeah, the spreads are good. Basically Tora is Dominion Markets, just with a different name. Yeah. Hey, GBK Trading, I like that, man. Thank you, bro. That's awesome. You know, we all support each other. That's the cool part. That's how you build an army, a community and stuff. So yeah, and if your friends have businesses, man, stop asking for discounts. You should be the first one online to buy 1 or 2 items from that friend. Support your friends and their local small businesses, and, you know, maybe their small, like, online stores. Like, support each other. Encouragement. Encouragement. Encourage one another. What up, the Prather Trader? How we feeling? L Broker? Why? Why, bro? Why? Why? What made you type that and then press enter? Still holding buys? Oh, snap. Okay. I mean, hey, look, the 1 hour looks clean, right? The 1 hour looks clean, so not too bad. I'm going to wait for extra confirmation. Plus, I like to trade around like 9:15, 9:30. So if we can get the 15-minute to set up nicely around that time, I'll be ready for another trade. What an exit, though. Base hits win ball games. That's what Johnny Gems just texted me. Wow, bro, what an exit. Base hits win ball games. Those advantage points don't lie. No, they don't. No, they don't. Can you use top one from India? Yes, actually, yeah. Shout out to the TT India. Where y'all at? Hey, we did a little. I did a little pop up on some of the guys over in the India squad, and we did a little giveaway. And I think I seen somebody passed, right? Yeah, somebody passed. Somebody passed on the giveaway account. Time to make some money, brother. Someone asked, how come I usually close full? I didn't actually. I closed partials. Or did you ask, why do I close partials? Why? Okay, why do you take partials and not the whole trade? Just in case price runs, you know what I mean? I'll have a little partial TP in there. So today being the fact that I'm very bullish, you know, I could have, if we break that high, we could easily see that thing run. So I wanted to leave a little, you know, runner in there. I think it was actually half the trade. I wanted to leave something in there to, if in case it kept going, you know, I could have made a bigger money today, right? So that's all. That's all. Just a runner just in case things want to go. Do you always close buy stops and sell stops 5 minutes before? Most times, yeah, most times. And when I don't, I'll be honest, I usually pay the price for it. TT merch is honestly, it's in the pipeline. We might have some samples at the meetup. Yeah, we might have some samples at the meetup. No, I'm not thinking of taking sells here. Nope. Nope. Sells for me would have to be below the 4-hour low, which is going to be like 33.48 here. Yeah, those are my sells. That would also break the 1-hour low. That would also create a fake out here on the 1-hour, close below 30-minute range. See, I don't like this. I don't like selling in front of all this right here. It's just very choppy. You know, we already rejected here too. So if we can get closures below that, I like it. NQ, let's take a look. All right, so you did move down a little bit there on the NASDAQ. Yeah, I mean, any now, like, price has been moving down for quite a bit. It's probably going to try and do some sort of break and retest to this zone right here. So, yeah, let's see what happens there. 15-minute resistance probably looks pretty good. If not, you know, 30 closure below seems to look clean too. Something like this. That'll put you right in for 9. No, that will put you... No, that won't. That will put you in for 10 a.m. So, yeah, it's a big closure here on NQ. You got 9:30 the open coming up here too. So you want a shirt? Yeah, no, we got some sick shirts. Yeah, I'll have some of them for the meetup. Available global? I don't think so. No, I don't think any of them are. I know where do you live? What was the last trade considered? 30-minute break. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pretty much call that like I don't know. You know, I mean, we took the entry off the break of the high there, so I would say more like a 15 celery in this case. Yeah, I think if we would have had it off the original entry, it would have been more so like a 30-minute breakout. But we kind of, I think that was mainly based off the 15 there. Yeah, we closed the partials right as we broke the wick too, so that wasn't bad. All right, so let's see how the 15-minute candle operates here. But anything above 33.56 remains bullish. It's just a break and retest, and we should continue moving up. So you got two. You got top one trader, and then you got top one futures. So you got to make sure, depending on what it is you're looking to trade, you got to make sure you're on the right website. They're sister companies pretty much. They're both ran by the same guys, but excuse me, one is futures and one's forex. Charts keep moving left to right on its own. Uh-oh, energy. What's going on over there? Just a quick thank you, brother. 3 days in, I grew immensely. Blessed and grateful. Awesome, brother. Congrats, Wayne. Wayne's on the come up. Let's go. Let's go. That's how it is, you know, like when you join like an environment like this, and I used to say it all the time to some of the guys, like when we first started the live stream, and I had already been doing this for, you know, a good 2.5, 3 years and doing it in a pretty disciplined manner. And I would just tell people, look, man, look, when you stick to this plan consistently, you will see results almost instantly. And I'm not the guy to be up here like, come join my strat. It's not mine. I copied this thing from Don and Raja, right? And just added my own little twist to it. It's not my strategy. When you follow this system and you're disciplined to it all the time, you will start to notice results very, very quickly, like next week type stuff, right? As opposed to, you know, trying half in, half out, half in, half out. It's like you never get anywhere like that. But once you truly commit, I mean, the results come in like, you know, very, very short period of time. Could I explain how instant funded works? Yeah, you just, instead of like paying like a cheaper price to get a like go through a test and see if you pass or qualify, you just pay a bigger price and you skip the test and you just qualify. So you get right into the profits. Depending on what account you have, you can take profits, or I should say take payouts at I think 6%, 5%, and I forgot what the other account is, but it just depends on which account you get. You could take profits at one of those percentages. You don't need to pass any evaluation or pass any combines or anything like that. You just right into the money. Yeah, CFD has a little bit more like wiggle room than like futures when it comes to territory out there. So that's probably why. I've been doing this alone. The headache, man. Yeah, welcome to the team. Trading alone sucks. It really does. Honestly, I've never traded alone. Even before I started the live stream, I had a little group of friends. It was like 5 of us, and we would get on and trade every day together. I'll vouch for that. See, GK, man, GBK. He's being disciplined. Please don't say Don. Raja's the main OG. Yeah, you know, Raja is who I learned from, and I know you guys all have a bad taste in your mouth about Don and whatnot, and, you know, what he did was whack or whatever, but, you know, I can't sit here and say, hey, I didn't learn anything from his live stream in 2021. I mean, Raja was out and about. He was moving. He was in Pakistan, and Don was he was the consistent trader, and he was trading very similar to the way Raja trades. So, you know, I gotta still give him a little credit, right, where credit's due. I can't just be like, yeah, no, I never learned from him, because that would be a lie. So he was good when I needed him. You know, he was in my life for a very a quick season, but I learned a lot. Yeah, honestly, I have not watched Don or have not really paid attention to anything since I started this live stream here. Even what Raja streamed, very rarely do I watch anyone else's stuff after I started my own, because you just want to not get confused in a way. What did he do? I'm not even sure. You know, he I don't know. He helped people out and it didn't go right, and it just, yeah. Anytime you get involved with other people's money, it gets a little like I would never manage anyone else's money ever. That would be absurd for me to do, because, you know, people want their money, right? So you got a lot of pressure when you're trading other people's money. It's one thing to call trades out in front of others, right? I mean, that's a lot of pressure in itself for someone who first starts doing this type of stuff. How many people are here? We've got 1,100 people here, almost 300 in the clubhouse. There's 1,400 people on the live stream right now, right? So just calling a trade like this is one thing. Never mind calling a trade and having other people's money tied to it, and then if that goes wrong, I mean, it can get really messy. So I would never get involved in any of that. I would advise you don't get involved in any of that, and just trade your own capital. Trade your own prop firm accounts and trade your own capital. Yeah, that was wild. There you go. That's what he did. But again, I can't say that I didn't learn, right? I learned quite a bit from him early on, right? And it served me well. So I kind of treat things like the grocery store. I don't have to agree with someone on everything. I just got to take what I need, right? So there was a couple things that I learned from him that I took away, and everything else, just none of my business. None of my business, man. Do I like the flip? No, I like a 15 closure back above here. That looks super clean. Yes. Yeah, any streamer, by the way, me too, man. This is not an easy thing to do, right? To share your P&L, to share your trades, for everyone to know everything about you and your trading business. Everyone thinks that they want to stream, right? But you see a lot of people come up on stage and they're right back off, right? So it's not for everyone. It's not. But if you have like, for me, like if you have people's best interest in mind and you're genuine, and I don't even care about trading. I just want to impact you guys on another level, so that way your lives are better off because you've listened to me. I don't even care about this trading stuff, right? Yeah, we do a little trading. We know how to trade. We make money. We know what we're doing. We're professionals. Ain't nobody doing it like us out here. But that's not why I'm really here, right? I'm really here to pour into people. That's where my passion comes from. It just happens to be, disguised by a trading live stream. But, I'm really more focused on helping individuals grow personally, spiritually, mentally, and, overall just being the best version of themselves. Top 3 prop firms? I don't even know. Top 1 futures, top 1 futures, and top 1 futures. No, I think they're all pretty good. $300 trades. Nah, I feel that. Nah, I feel it, bro. Hey, it's you never know what can happen when the pressure's on that foul line, right? On that free throw line. When the game's on the line, some people choke, some people make it happen. Energy, that's funny. How much money did I start trading with? I don't think that's I don't think there's an answer for that. I didn't start trading with any money. I just threw whatever money I had into an account and started trading. I think they were a lot of my first accounts were like $500 to $1,000, and I would try and trade on those, and obviously blow them up and stuff. How old are you? I'm not old. I'm not old at all. I am 35. You wouldn't have guessed that, would you? Trust me, I went to the school of hard knocks from 20 to 30. I've had great mentorship in my life. I've done a lot of public speak. So, this was primed up and ready for me, right? This live stream. So I wasn't one that had to learn how to articulate my words or speak in front of people or hold the attention of a crowd. Like I had already been doing that in other ventures of mine. So, I think that also helped me when it came to streaming and, having a successful stream or whatnot. Some people are just, man, it's crickets. It's like you go on their stream and no one says a word. Everyone good here? Everyone good? And then you come on our stream and we don't shut up. Just blah, I'm just throwing up all over y'all every day. I hope it just... But you know what? It's working. It's working because there's a lot of lives being changed. And, the messages come in daily. Messages come in. I can show you guys so much, but it would just look like I'm like bragging. So I never do it. But, I should do a better job at sharing people's testimonies and stuff like that. But I don't. Yep. By the way, speaking of messages, thank you guys for hundreds of messages that came in yesterday. I told you guys that me and Anna were having another baby in December. So thank you guys for all the messages. I do apologize if I don't get back to everyone. But, man, thank y'all. Appreciate that. So much love. So much love. Scale out. Any non-futures prop firm to use? I would say FTMO, Dominion Funding. I've never used Dominion Funding, but obviously I love Raja and everything he does. So yeah, I would go with one of those. Whoa, gang! Do we have a repeat of yesterday's trade? Wait, well, hold on. Not yesterday's trade, like the trade. But do we have a little break of the low here again, like we had yesterday and the day before? Yesterday's trade was epic, man. I was happy to do that with y'all. That was fun. The master, yeah, what to start with? Showing up. Just show up. Hey guys. What is it? It's looks like strings. Why don't you give it to mommy? It looks like fuzz, yep. Okay, why don't you go put it in the garbage? What up, big dog? You limitless? Maverick's got his limitless shirt on. Let's get it. Oh, Anna's got the juice box shirt on. Let's go. The time to eat shirt. Lele, what shirt you got on? Oh, nice one. That one's awesome. Okay. And I got on my white shirt. Yep. And mommy got on her time to eat shirt. Okay, come on. Give me a big high five. Right, move. Yeah. Yeah, yep. Arrow Sassy provided all the arrows. Appreciate that, man. Again, sorry for yelling at you yesterday. No. Hey, that was the first trade I actually rewatched the live stream for in like probably 2 years. That was classic. Maverick's over here doing all moo, bah, animal noises. You gotta love these kids, man. You gotta love them. Teach us the arrow strategy. I got y'all. Next webinar. Yeah. Last week's webinar was incredible. Guys, if you're not in the clubhouse, we have a whole course and a whole section for like webinars and stuff. So if you guys aren't in the clubhouse, that's where we live stream multiple times a day. So if you like this live stream, you would love to come 4 times a day. We have live streams on whichever time basically fits your schedule best, but we stream Asian session, London session, pre-New York, and then this New York session. And then we also do these webinars every single weekend. So every single Saturday, if you come over here to the, oh, what's happening here? TK. Let's see. Yeah, so if you come down, let me see. I don't know why that don't work. TK. What's going on here? But we have a full course, a full access to all webinars. We have probably 15 to 20 webinars in there now. They're all like over an hour long. The course, if you go into the course section, they're all like 5-6 minute or 5 to 10 minute videos breaking down exactly how I view the markets. So I don't really have a course available for like individual purchase. I'd rather you come into the clubhouse. I'd rather you trade live with us and get like the real education, right, that comes with it, because the course is one thing, but you take a course to find out how that trader trades, don't you? Right? So why not actually catch a live stream and be able to not only watch the course, but then to be able to watch that trader in action, you know, session by session. So I love the fact that we keep the course within the clubhouse, and that in order to get it, you kind of have to get with us, right? And by the way, it's, you know, you can get in the clubhouse for $150 a month, or you could pay $500 for a course, right? I mean, I would, if I was on the other side of this microphone, I would 100% be in the clubhouse and trading with the gang versus, you know, just kind of taking the course. How do you get in? ! Clubhouse. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I didn't log in. Sorry. Who logged me out, man? Who logged me out? TK. Oh, snap. TK's an important man out here. Look at him. TK, how we feeling? Hey, all you gotta do is say TK 3 times in a row and poof, there he is. Perfect, perfect. Just joined? Very nice, man. I look forward to seeing you in there. Hanson's Estates. I like it. I like it. Yeah, it's very proud of what's happening in the clubhouse. Very, very proud. It's a more of an intimate group. Everyone's really on the same page. You know, YouTube, you have traders that come with all different strategies and all that type of stuff. But in the clubhouse, we are dialed. Like we're dialed. Let's just say that. Like last night we were talking and I'm like, if you're here, I'm assuming I'm talking to the long-term thinkers, right? I'm assuming I'm talking to those who want to go to the next level. So Clubhouse is full of that right now. What up, Jamil? Jamil? Yeah, TK is TTE's own genie. Intermittent fasting, do I do it? I fast for about 22 hours every day. Most days. Some days I will have lunch, but usually I'll eat at like 5 p.m. and then I will fast until 5 p.m. the next day. Same. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, if we get that support, this ain't looking too bad. 30-minute probably gonna want to come back up. 1 hour looking like it wants to move back up. 4 hour, 32 minutes left on it. So we're either going to make a push here or we're going to pull back. So that's going to be pretty much this next 30-minute candle. Same trade, but the arrow's different. Favorite food to break fast with? Filet mignon. A little bit of bone broth before to warn the digestive system it's going down, and then yeah, high protein, low carb, healthy fats. What up, Nikola Tesla? The playbook video on the playbook on your videos, can I use that step to trade to make money in the clubhouse? Yeah, of course. We give out coupons. We already gave out a coupon here today. Yeah, $400 coupon. So the clubhouse is only $150. We got coupons here. Clubhouse changed my life. Hey, you changed my life, Aaron. Let's get it. PMI, Jolt's job opening, red folder coming in at 10. Oh, yeah, that's right. That is right. That's fine, though. FYI, I am able to get into the courses. Yeah, I think it's just because I wasn't logged in. What up, Wix? Perfect breakfast. All right, so we didn't really close how I would have liked to. 1 hour still looks clean. 30-minute actually still looks clean to kind of pop up here. We slightly closed below on this candle here. So we do have volume coming in. I don't know. Depending on the size of this, lower wick here, I might look to do this. But yeah, worst case, we wait for a stronger 945 candle and then take the buy there. Yeah, this buy is not bad though. Let's see here. No more red folders today. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, where is that? I thought jobs, jolts, and all that was yesterday, wasn't it? Yeah, we're good. We're good. That was not today. Tomorrow we got NFP. Tomorrow we have NFP. We also have PMI tomorrow. We'll also potentially have Raja pull up tomorrow as well. Let's see NQ here on the open. Yeah, I would probably wait for the sells here on NQ. If this candle can close bearish, I mean, that would be pretty clean. All right, nice wick to the top side, closure, and then NQ should make its way down. Uh, 15 didn't close above. It didn't. Yeah, it didn't. Is it worth it to subscribe to the clubhouse if you're only trading one session a day? Yeah, honestly I think it's worth it regardless. Let's ask the clubhouse members, because I don't want to be biased and be like, yeah, it's worth it, right? Of course I'm going to say that. Clubhouse members, can maybe one or two of you guys just answer that? I don't know if it's worth it, to be honest. Is it worth it? Does anyone trade one stream here and just kind of come, okay, 100% same, yes, beyond worth it, 1000%, most definitely, yes, beyond, brother. Bro, just get in. Yeah, life changing, definitely worth it. All right, thank you guys. Join today. Okay, absolutely. All right, yeah, so I guess so. Yeah, I guess it is semi worth it. You tripping if you ain't in the club? All right, thank you guys. Yeah, so I hope that's the honest truth, but if it is, yeah, I guess so. You get that arrow strategy. Look at that. You get that arrow strategy too when you come in here. It's no joke, man. Once you know how to use the arrows, I mean, gang. You post 1500. Yeah, bro. Good stuff. Yeah, so I would say the clubhouse is worth it. If you're trying to level up, like if you're trying to not only change your trading results, but change your life and your mentality and your mindset, you want to switch up your thought process, develop better habits, get on a better spiritual plan, a better personal growth and development plan, and get really dirty at what we do called trading, then I would highly recommend jumping into the clubhouse. Just jump in for 1 month, see how you like it. We have an 80, this is one of the most proudest things I feel about the clubhouse. We have an 88% retention rate. So that means when people come in, they stay in, right? And a lot of times what we see is when people come in, they usually come in for a month, and then next thing you know, they're getting 3 months or 6 months, and they're just locking in, and that's what you got to do sometimes. You got to lock in and, pay the fee and get your investments worth it. You know what I mean? How many members do you have in the clubhouse? Not enough. You see, the word says the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. So we're just praying, right? We're just praying for more workers to enter into the field so that they can also reap the harvest. Because, brother, when it comes together, it surely comes together, right? So that is the mission. That is the mission. A lot of people getting free, a lot of people walking away from their full-time jobs in the clubhouse, a lot of people looking at their wife and saying, honey, if you don't want to go back to work next year, you don't have to, right? If you don't want to, do this anymore, you don't have to. And that's again, why I'm here. I'm not here to call trades or even teach you trading for that matter. I love teaching trading. I'm obsessed with it. I really am. But I'm more obsessed with you winning in life. And I know I don't know you, but I love you, and I only love you because I know that you've got a goal, that you've got a mission, and that you're here every day showing up. And I love people like that. And I care about you and your families. Even though I don't know you, I want a bright future for you and your children. So that's why I'm here. 30-minute candle not valid for buys. Not that valid with that closure below and us already in profits on the day. Why would we risk them, right? For something that's not obvious, right? Something that's not truly there, if that makes sense. Remember, everyone can make money in the markets. Very few can keep it. Yes. Amen, brother. Amen. If I chose between Asian, London, which one would I do? I'd probably do... Damn, that's so hard, man. How you going to ask me something like that? Yo, Asian's been lit. but London has been phenomenal as well. That's a tough question, man. I mean, I would say let's go look at the data. So I would say more trades come in during London, right? Obviously, it's going to be a more poppin' session, right? So this is London here, and then this is Asian, right? And then this is obviously, New York. So I would say more trades probably come together in London, but I mean, we've been hitting in Asian, not going to lie. We've been dialed. So that's tough, bro. That's tough. I would say depending on the schedule and where you live, you should pick one or the other. They're both great sessions. I mean, Asian sessions have been absolutely life-changing because Asian sesh has a little bit of a slower market, so we can really ask questions. People can ask a lot of questions. People can share their charts, share trades. We go over, all different stuff that happened throughout the day too. So, damn, it's a hard question, man. I will join the clubhouse. Help me with, look, we'll exemplify what winning looks like, right? We'll exemplify what professional trading is, but it's going to be up to you. The clubhouse will not be a guaranteed success. Actually, you'll come in and probably start to commit at a level higher than you've ever committed. You'll probably dedicate at a higher level than you dedicated. So it's not like you join the clubhouse and it's an easy pass. No, we're going to teach you how to fish in there, right? So you don't ever have to count on me or another man for anything in your entire life, right? We're going to teach you the skill set by exemplifying it. Somebody asked, what's a good definition of leadership? Here's how I spell leadership. Let me show you guys. Some of y'all spell it differently than me. This is how I spell leadership. E-X-A-M-P-L-E. That's how I spell leadership. And that's what you will see when you get into the clubhouse. You will see golden examples of what it means to be a great trader, a great leader, a great entrepreneur, right? A great husband, father, friend, all that. So the clubhouse comes with a lot more than you think. But one thing's for sure is you will see an example of winners who are dialed in. Let's see. Hey, yo, driving through the hood, bumping TTE streams. I like it. Do I love you? I also love you because you pay for the clubhouse. Brother, I showed up long before the clubhouse was ever here. Loving y'all, pouring into y'all every single day. Excited to be with you, to add value to you. Trust me, the clubhouse is a little blimp. It's just my passion project. That's what it is. Wix is a stream hopper. Yo, Wix, stream hopping. Oh, man, what happened, bro? Get well, Wix. What happened? You good? Hope you're good. Good session, good food. We love Asian. That's true. Yeah, we talk about a lot of good stuff in Asian. London moves clean as always. Yeah, it does. More trades are in London, more education in Asian. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Pat. Yeah, I like that. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, Asian is a little bit like we like to call them like slow markets. You know what I mean? Slow markets. So we got time to chat. We got time to fellowship and, talk a little bit. What up, Captain? Should have moved stops to be there. Completely on me. All I could do is get better. That's it. Like John texts me, man, those advantage points, right? Those TP1s, they were typically right on the money with those TP1s. We usually at least get there, and then we end up, kind of either going back to break even or continuing on. But those BE points, I'll be honest, they've made me as a trader. Those base hits have helped me become profitable. If I would have held full on the majority of my trades, I wouldn't be as successful maybe as I am. Yeah, New York's the longer session. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there's multiple opportunities in New York. Asian's pretty straightforward. Typically between like 9 and 10 is where I look for moves. London session is very straightforward. You know, you got pre-London and London. If it doesn't, in London Open, if it doesn't happen there, then you just move on. New York's more of like a longer session where you have like obviously the 8 a.m. open, you have the 9:30 open. Sometimes you'll have news, and then the New York session's gonna run until like 4 o'clock p.m. So a lot of activity during the afternoon and stuff as well. But I mainly just trade the morning, yeah, for New York sesh. Typically, when I'm done with the stream, I'm done trading. You know, some days I'll go back to the desk, but very rarely. First time on the stream, welcome, my friend. Welcome, welcome. SFS, welcome in. Jason. That's so funny, bro. Hey, you know, I got a lot to offer. I'm much more than just a trader. Trust me. Some of y'all, if you know, you know, right? Like if you guys are in the elite program, or if you've talked to me one-on-one, and you know, we have developed a bit of a friendship, you know that I'm much more than a trader. I have much more to offer. I have a lot of insight on different things in life, not just because I'm so great, but I did take my entire the decade of my 20s to, you know, roll right underneath the wing of a great mentor, you know, who I did the work and I was mentored, and I got to learn a lot. You know, it's very wise to be around older people who are wise. Just happens to rub right off on you. Do I trade power hours? Sometimes, but very rarely, because that's the afternoon over here. So usually I'm out and about, hanging out, chilling, you know, with my day. See you in Asian sesh. All right, son boy. See you then. No leg pain while I stand? Nah. Nah. Why would I get leg pain for standing? What's the name of the song that you play when you're closing your live stream? I really like it. Oh man, there's quite a few. How does it go? Sing it. How's the car, mate? It's good. Got it all washed up yesterday. Yeah, if you guys haven't followed me on Instagram yet, go check me out on IG. I provide a lot of value on these stories and throughout my Instagram account. So go follow the IG here, and let me add some value to your life outside of these streams. Never seen you sleepy on stream? Nah, man, I don't get sleepy. Look, I sleep 3 hours a night. That's it. Oh my God, but have you seen any long-term health challenges because of that? No, I have not. And I've been doing this for a while now. I don't believe in that. You know, whatever the Matrix tells you to do, just do the opposite, right? The Matrix tells you need 8-9 hours of sleep. You think they want you out here getting ahead of the world? You think they want you adding an extra 4 or 5 hours of productivity throughout your day? Absolutely not. They want you sleeping, brother. Sleeping. Go see what the Bible says about sleeping too much. I don't sleep like that. We got 24 hours. I use 4 of them to sleep, and the other 20, I'm up and at it. I got moves to make. No, I don't really drink too much caffeine or anything. I don't drink coffee. I fast every single day. I get good quality sleep, right? And, you know, I'm in control of my head game, man. You know, my mental is on another level. I don't participate in tiredness. I don't participate in being tired, bro. I don't participate in that. I don't participate in recessions. I just choose not to. Hero of the day, man. What you doing? You could train the body to do anything. That's right. I got IVs of coffee. Yo, TK's the coffee guy, man. Oh, snap. Do I? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I fast. I usually I eat one meal a day typically. Some days when my wife's like, "Honey, you want to go to lunch?" You know, I can't turn that down. So some days I'll go out to lunch and, you know, break the fast a little earlier. But I'm never breaking the fast with, like, you know, some of the stuff that, you know, Doritos and all that stuff that you would think of. I'm usually breaking it with a good quality protein, high protein meal, good fat, low carb, and a little bone broth, right? Just to get it going. Am I in Chicago? I'm not. I'm in Tampa. How do you find the right mentor? You become ready for one. Stop spilling the beans? Yeah. TK got the Jeep this time around. Let's go. Let's get it. There you go. Read Proverbs 6. There you go. Good. I don't break my fast with a 6-pack of Crumble. No, I don't. Wow, Goldie on the move down. Okay. Let me see that 4-hour candle. Yeah, look at that. About to break the lows here now. Glad we got our money earlier. Yeah, you know, and this is like, before I say anything, I've had great parents. They've both have done extremely well for me. You know, I grew up in an average, like lower middle average family or whatever. But you know, my dad, he worked so much, right? He drove a tractor trailer for a living, and any time that he would get home, he would typically crash on the couch, and I'd see him sleeping all the time, and like it rubbed off on me, and I'm like, I don't want to do that with my life, right? I don't want to work and then just be so tired that I got to go home and just knock out on the couch during the day, right? And like, I mean, my dad was dope, right? I mean, he's still dope, but he would come to all the baseball games and do all the stuff and, you know, have like enjoy it with us, but my man was tired. My man was tired, right? And he would sleep all the time, like in the day, and that just like put a fire under me to like not live that lifestyle, if that makes sense. And, you know, the only reason he was doing it is because he just got off of a 14-hour shift, you know, driving some tractor trailer, so you can't even blame him. But yeah, something just hit me at that, you know, seeing that type of example, and I'm like, you know, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to live that way. But I might if I can't figure this trading thing out and I have to become a tractor trailer driver, right? So that scared me enough to get discipline. Yo, Crumble is wild. Dude, I looked at a Ben. So I actually bought a Ben & Jerry's so I could show Magnus when he gets here. And I was reading everything. Dude, 180 grams of carbs in one of them. In just one. Yo. Macros destroyed. Yo, that's my destroyed. The amount of sugar is insane. Insane. Fat is crazy too. Yeah, I would never eat one of those again. Yo, it's like 1,000. It's 1,300 calories per little pint. That's crazy. But, you know, if I fast all day and only have that as my one meal, I can make it happen. And I'll still be in my macros. Could gold range now? It could. Keep in mind tomorrow's NFP and all that. So just to leave the desk here green is a phenomenal accomplishment. Not just green either, man. I'm ready for a new exhaust. As long as you hit them macros. I honestly don't believe in that. I mean, I do believe in it, but like if you're going to eat junk food like all the time and say it fits into your macros and think you're healthy, that's just chalked. Like, I'd rather eat steak and go over my fat on my macros than to eat like Cocoa Puffs and Captain Crunch and be in the macros. Yeah, weird price action over the last hour or so. 9 a.m. didn't really do much. I've been doing a lot of streams all alone up here lately. I forgot what it was like to stream alone, man. It's good. It's nice. It's nice every now and then. We've been pulling W's though, eh? We've been pulling W's. We had a beautiful trade on Monday's live stream. And then we had a beautiful trade in Tuesday's London. And then we had another really nice trade in Monday. Yeah, Monday's London. We get a good move. Well, I don't even know. What day is today? Let me not even try doing that. Yeah, we've been taking good trades the last couple days. You're never alone. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm not even going to try and do the day of the week thing. But we've had some fire trades over the last couple days. Can you explain why you held off on the high breaking for that trade entry? Did you want another wick? I did. Are you talking about the actual trade we took? This one over here, like before that candle had a wick on top. Yeah, so pretty much like a couple years back, I would always enter. So let's say we got a breakout here, right? I would always enter. So if this candle came down, right, even if it came up already, I would always enter on the flip. So I'll get in on the flip of the candle. I mean, it would make sense, right? Candle now flips bullish, take the entry. But like what would happen is it would kind of fluctuate here and it would come back down and never break the high. So that's where I started looking into that, and I started thinking, hey, I don't really like the flip, right? I'm going to start using the break of the highs to get in, and that really helped increase my win rate. It kept me out of a lot of trades that just never broke the high, and just kept driving down. So sometimes now when that candle doesn't have a wick, like right here, like let's say you look like that and you're coming down, I don't really like entering on the flip because sometimes it'll boink, make a little high on the candle and then start moving its way back down, right? So I don't really like it, just to give it a top wick real quick. So I like to wait for that wick to be established and then enter on the break of it. Notice how when we flipped, we made the wick, we came down a little bit again, and then we broke it and then started filling the wick. So I would much rather participate at that point versus try and get in a little early and risk getting like a loss on that flip entry. And then look, sometimes that's going to push you back now because now our entry went from here to here, which was 21 pips, right? So we still snagged 21 pips off of our entry, but we could add 42 potentially, right? But you got to do what you got to do. You got to follow edge. Chicken. Candle flips hurt me real bad in the past. Yeah, Wayne knows. Wayne experienced it too. I'll never forget. Me and John, we literally looked at each other. We say, yo, anytime the flip is available, we're not using it anymore. Yeah. I remember the day. Do you have a losing month this year? No, I don't have any losing months. I just had my first red week, and I was extremely proud about that, and I was celebrating it last week, where most people would be like, oh my God, I had my first red week, and they'd be all, discombobulated. I was just like, yo, that's what's up. Like, I've gone all 2025 without having one red week. So I was basically celebrating that, and it wasn't even that bad. It really wasn't. It was negative, what was it? Negative 600. $631 here last week of June. Yeah, still end of the month green and all that, but Yeah, first red week. Wow, look at this move down. This is nuts. Do I risk the same amount on every trade? No, I don't. Yeah, I tend to switch it up based off of the trade itself. So just depending on what's happening in the trade or in the market that day is really where I increase or decrease size. Green. He said, "Bring me a you want TK to bring you a rotisserie chicken to the airport? That's wild." I noticed that you don't care about RR. You take with the money. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, I still care about RR, but yeah, I'll take a 1R. I'll even take less than a 1R at times. The win rate tends to be so high that the RR never really affects my trading. And like my RR is 1.4. So on average I am actually above 1R. So according to TradeZella, 1.4 is the end result of all of my trading itself. So I don't like to look at results from a trade to trade perspective. I like to look at it from an overall perspective and an actual result. So the actual result is here, average win is 1K, average loss about 700. So yeah, still over a 1R when it comes down to it. And that's what I mean, that this has never really hurt me in my trading. Some people come to the stream and they see, whoa, what's that? Like they closed at 1R and it just never really seemed to bother my results. So my results always tend to be over 1R, but trade by trade, it could be very random and completely different. And I learned that from Raja. That's the way Raja trades. That's the way he kind of taught me early on. It's, get into the trade and your stop loss will go below the previous low and secure 15, 20 pips, and then that's it and move on to the next trade. So obviously I've kind of, branched off of that a little bit and added a little bit more to that structure wise and everything. But, that's the beauty of the high win rate and taking those base hits every day. I'm not afraid to take a base hit. Yo, chill. I'll take some of that rotisserie chicken though, Green. Feels like summer. All right. Today's trade was a perfect example of not trying to get too much out of a single trade. Yep, shooting for higher RR. Yeah, and notice how today I increased my size a little bit too. Right? So you got to know what trade you're in, right? I feel like a lot of traders out there, and this is the way it's taught in most trading classes, and I want you to just think about this. Most traders are not successful. And what's taught in most trading classes is RR, isn't it? Damn, I might piss some people off here. So most traders we know are not successful, yet most traders trade RR. Right? So they have the same exact setup on every single trade. There's no flow to it. There's no freestyle to it. There's no logic to it, right? It's just every trade, I have my thing set up, I'm R2R, whatever it is, right? And that's what they do. So this may not even make sense, right, to the market condition, yet it's got to get up there somehow, somewhere. You know, the strategy don't lie. It's got to be there, right? Well, yeah, I mean, it could, but what's the chances that we come probably straight up to this area, right, and then reject, and then go doink, and see, we could do this in a matter of like 10 minutes, and then, yeah, we could get back up there all the way to the top, but who the hell wants to be sitting in this trade all damn day? Not me, man. I'll tell you that. I'd rather take my money here, size up a little bit, right? 5 lots or something, and you take your, 1 lot, and we get the same exact result, only I spend way less time thinking about this trade, thinking about the markets, doing it all, and my plan is actually logical, right? As opposed to something random RR wise. So, if most traders trade RR, yet most traders fail, you do the math for me. You do the math for me. Now look, every now and then, am I going to take a good hit sometimes, right? Like if I'm, yeah, but that's part of the game. You know what I mean? But the cool part is I know I could bounce right back from it because the skill set is there. So I'll just leave it there. I could probably talk on this for like another hour, but kick it freestyle, man. Yeah, notice how so let's say you're newer here. So obviously everyone who's been around for a while, already, but like all the new people, don't you notice how I don't really care about the movement of the market? How I just draw up a plan that makes sense for this condition and then wait for it to literally just fall right in my lap? Don't you guys picking up on that a little bit, noticing that? Very rarely am I ever scratching my head, going back and forth. Does it look good? Should I enter? Maybe, kinda. That is too wishy-washy, right? When you have edge, you draw up your plan, you wait for that plan to come. There's no guessing, right? Good trades, there's no guesswork. They stand out like a sore thumb, right? Good trades call your name. And I only take good trades that call my name. So that's one of the reasons for the high win rate. Someone asked me on the IG thing, it's like, how do you have such a high win rate? It's like, I don't take crappy trades. How do you deal with chasing your losses? I don't chase them. So that's the thing. I don't even deal with it. I just show up the next session and look for a good trade to take. Yeah, I'm never, like, let's say I lost 500 or something as an example. On my next trade, you know what I used to do? I say I got to get 500 back on this one. This trade right here, I got to get that loss back. But I don't do that anymore. Now I just show up, I take the trade. If I make 300 on the trade, awesome. I'm still in drawdown 200, but I took that trade. I won it. I took it for what it's worth, and maybe on the next trade, I'll get the full 500 back plus. So I'm never in a rush to get losses back. I know my playbook and my probability will get it back for me. It's just a matter of a couple trades. Yeah. Oh, man. Glad I stayed to hear this. I'm glad you did too, brother. 845 with the 15-minute being celery. Don't you think it was a bit too overextended with the support being far below, or were you just very confident in the higher time frame direction? Yes. So I think I was much more confident in my bullish bias here today. I know obviously that doesn't make me look too good right now, right? Like with this move down or whatever, but I had a very, very strong bullish bias here today on gold, especially with that 4-hour kind of pushing through the highs a little bit earlier, the daily kind of, looking like it wants to push up. So I was just kind of trusted in the higher time frames, and yeah, that was pretty much it. With the 4-hour closure, yes, I would shift my bias now, and I would be more open to taking sells now. Yep. Yes, sir, AB Mike. Yes, sir. You're welcome, Eugene. Good to see you here. That was my biggest problem for the longest time. Had to kill the ego. I was still, still in sometimes. Yes, absolutely. And that's why we Rafi has been an incredible asset to this team as well. And like, if you're in the clubhouse, you can watch and you can show up live to some of these Zoom sessions, these webinars that he does, and he's just got a great way of wording everything. Like sometimes me and Rafi could say the same thing, but when you're locked in and you're coming to a webinar or you're about to watch a replay, you're in a totally different state. Over here, you're looking for money. So some of the things that I say go in one ear and out the other. But when we're on a webinar and there's no distractions and, we can really talk, and the way Rafi just delivers some of this, this wisdom really is what it is on overcoming the ego and overcoming self is, it's such a game changer. Such a game changer. I love that. What did Nick say today? What did he say today? I love that, man. I love that. That's music to my ears. How often do you trade NQ? It was actually pretty often, but I actually have not traded NQ since last Friday. About not sleeping? Yeah, I don't know. I just, busy people get things done. If you're an object in motion tends to stay in motion, right? So I have massive goals in life. There's a lot that I want to do. I love the one, what's that one song? I got a lot of living to do before I die. And I ain't got time to waste. Right? I got a lot of living to do. I got a lot of impact to do. I need to get lessons now. I need to go through failures. I need to learn things to teach to my kids down the road. Like, I got a lot of living to do, and I'm trying to live. I'm not trying to sleep, right? I want to sleep when I'm tired. That was always the goal for me. Anyone ever have work the next day and you're getting ready for bed and you're just not even tired? You're just simply going to bed because you got work in the morning. I did that back. I remember thinking, I'm not even tired right now. Like, I don't even want to go to bed. I want to keep talking to my friends over here or whatever. But it's like, if I don't go to bed now, then I'm going to be very tired in the morning when I wake up. So like, my goal was always to be so free that I can step out of societal standards and just sleep when I'm tired. Wow, right? Would you believe that? I just sleep when I'm tired, right? Not when I'm called to sleep. So I don't know. And I don't get tired too often, man. I got a smoking hot wife. I got 3 crazy kids, about to have a 4th one. I got a big business that I'm running. I got a ton of people in my community that I'm talking with all day long. A lot of action, a lot of things happening. I got big fitness goals. I got, just a lot of things to do. But at the same time, I walk this very calm and composed line every single day. So I don't get too over anxious or excited. I just smoothly move with the one true one. I just answer above. That's it. Rafi is a top G. That's true. Shout out to Rafi. Securing my profits for the day. See y'all in the next session. Later, my friend. Yeah, keep the profits. Peace out, Connor the Great. Hey, by the way, I got your message on Insta. Congratulations, bro, on getting funded. Proud of you, man. I knew you'd dominate, right? Coming in serious right away. I remember first day you came in the clubhouse. It was like a day or two before your birthday. And yeah, great progress, man. Just keep up the great work and stay hungry. My risk management? Yeah, I have 2 ways that I manage risk. One is typically off of candle closures. The other one is like an impulsive way. But every single trade I take, I look for multiple things, right? Entry, stop loss, partial TP, so TP1, right? And full target, so full TP. So in this case, let's just say I had this, just a brief example. let's say we got into this trade, right? Closure above. Okay. So that means I got a playbook set up. So what I need to know first is where's my stop loss going. I'll measure the distance. Let's say we're going to put stops below here, right? Now I need to find where's my target. So if I'm going to target anything, it's going to be this wick fill. So I got my stop loss. I got my TP. Now, if there's going to be any sort of turbulence in this trade between here and here, where's that going to be? That's the question I ask myself. So, and that's where I want to take partials, right? So for me, I would look over to the left and I'd look right in this zone here. And I'll say, okay, well, that's the area in which I'm going to take a TP1. And then it's my entry, right? Entry is typically last because, you know, we got to see are we going to enter on the current, previous, whatever. So let's say we do that, right? So we get in, we get activated, and there's no more thinking that needs to be done, right? I just thought of everything I need to do in this trade before the trade was put on. Notice how I did that, right? So I didn't get activated and then think about all this stuff, right? I thought about all this stuff, then I set my limit order, and then I get activated. So now when I'm activated, I don't need to think, right? I could just let things play out because I already made my plan logically, right? So now as this happens, boom. I hit my TP1, I close my partials. I don't think about closing partials. I close them, right? Well, it could keep going. It might keep running. No, I close the damn thing, right? Because that was the logical plan from the jump. And now, boom, once that happens, I'll move my stop loss to break even. Now I'm risk free. And if we go up, then, you know, hoorah, W's in the chat. Yeah, it's so great, right? And that's just how it goes. So you have to have a plan for if price goes in your favor. And then more importantly, you have to have a plan for if price goes against you, right? So what would that plan be if price goes against me? So no different. And by the way, I'm giving y'all some sauce right here. No different, right? To put the trade on, let's say the very next day. So that was the day before. We take a beautiful trade. W's in the chat. Everyone's fired up. Clubhouse profit channels all lit up. And now we go to the next day, right? And now the same exact setup shows up the very next day. So what do? We look for we get our stop loss, right? Let's say we're going to keep the stops here. We find our TP, let's say same deal up here. We look for our TP1, right here. All right, let's say right here. And then our entry. So now we're in. So we're in again, and then this is the vibe here, right? Entry here, TP up here, stop loss there. So now we need to have a plan. Well, what if this trade goes against us, right? So a few... Two ways you can do it. Let's talk about risk management A first. I hope you're taking notes. Risk management A. Okay, so we get into this trade, we get involved, price starts moving up. Let's just draw a little line here, right? We start moving up, and we're almost at partials, right? So that means we could almost close our TP, right? Or our first TP, yet we start falling. So we start falling. What do we do now, right? So, you know, we want to stay in this trade, but what'll happen is, let's say we need a plan for drawdown now, right? Because let's just say down here, you're risking $500. $500 is what your risk is below this low here, right? So now as this candle starts to fade off and come back down, what you could immediately do right there is close 50% of your position. So if you have 2 contracts open, or I should say if you have 4 contracts open, you close 2 of them while you're still in profit. You see how that candle's still in profit a little bit, right? So now as you roll back into drawdown, the most you can lose is $250, right? So now you automatically, just by doing that, you minimized your risk, and now you would be losing half of what you lost if you hit full TP. And I'll give you a better one, right? Because if we break this low, there's a very high chance we come down to break the previous low. So what you can do there is now once you go break even, once you close 50%, you move this stop loss below the current candle low. So what does that do to your risk now? It cuts it in half again. So now if this trade, which once looked like it would work out, if it doesn't, you don't lose 500. You don't even lose 250. You lose 125, right? Because you're able to manage risk in that way and get out of that trade with more bullets, right? That would leave you with what, $375 for the next trade to risk. So that would be what I would say is risk management A, where you kind of manage very quickly, impulsively. That's kind of like the way Raja would do it. Or you can do risk management B, right, which is you wait for closures. So if you're waiting for candles to close to get in, then it would also make sense to potentially wait for candles to close to get out. So what I mean by that is risk management B. So let's say that this candle here, you don't, let me move the stop loss back. So same deal, we go up, we didn't hit partial TP, price comes back down, but we don't close anything yet. We're going to let this trade play out, right? We're going to keep our stops down where they are. And what'll happen sometimes is you'll get a move back down, right? But then this bearish closure will happen, and it'll happen above the range. So any closures that happen above the range, you are still good to stay in that position. I can't even tell you how many times I've done this. And like, let's say you had this candle now come down, down, down. It respects the low of the previous candle and then starts going up like that. So a lot of times, like, this is a way where you can potentially stay in trades longer and not take as many like losses or whatever. But that's how you would manage it off of closures. So how do you get out of this trade in a smaller loss? If this candle here closes back below the range like this, then you get out. So you, instead of getting out here, you get out here once the candle closes below the range, and then that's it, right? And then same thing, you'll probably lose, instead of 500, probably like 175, right? Because once that candle closes below, you're out of there, because most likely if that candle is closing below, the next candle will make a top wick and then drive down. So we don't want to be in for a full loss. So I just gave y'all some game. Go back and watch that a couple times. If you have questions on it, you know, let us know. And you'll see me do this from, you know, depending on which one I use. So I basically went a whole 6 months using option A, a whole 6 months using option B. And, you know, I think you get the same results from them. Option A, you're obviously going to have a couple more losses because, you know, you're managing things very quickly and whatnot, and you're going to take losses, but they're going to be smaller, right? Option B, you're going to have a lot less losses, but they might be a little bit bigger, right? Because sometimes when you're managing with option B, sometimes what happens is you don't quite get to close, right? So as an example, this candle here, it won't close below, it will just stop you out, you know, and that's going to happen from time to time. So yeah, I would probably pick one and sample size it, you know, stick to one, either A or B, for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then switch it up and go to the other one and see which one you like better. I'll be honest, they both produce very similar results. It's just, what kind of trader are you? Do you want to be, you know, kind of cut those early and get out quickly, or do you want to hold and believe in your trade? And me, I no longer pick one or the other. I can basically now customize which one I want to use just by the look of the trade that I'm getting into. And, you know, you'll get that understanding as well once you get more experience. Yes, you're welcome, guys. You're welcome. Yeah, because that's key. You know, risk management is very, very important. Trade management is very, very important. It has a lot to do. You know, the setup and the entry is only part of it, right? The management of it has everything to do with whether or not you're a winner or a loser. Yes, replay it. Yup, go back, watch it a couple times. Yeah, it will definitely serve you in your trading career. Yeah. My break-even stage was cutting losses too early. Yeah, and then you just dial it in. You know, you go from a really crappy trader, or maybe you get a little beginner's luck, and then eventually that wears off, and you know you become horrible. I mean, look, keep it very stoic, right? You will be bad until you're good, right? Anything new that you try, you're not going to be good at it right away, right? So you go through that little stage, and you know, then you come to the management stage, and then now it's like, okay, I know how to take good trades, and how do I keep the profits? And then that's where, like, you know, all the management comes in to help, and the discipline. Yeah, this will help you in your funding accounts too. Yeah, especially like, and look, option A may seem like it's better because you get out quickly, right? And you take a smaller loss, but you know, option B is lit too. Trust me, there was many trades in which I would have got aggressive and closed, which I left open due to using option B, and ended up not taking a loss at all and taking a, you know, pretty big win. So yeah, just chart time, sample size. I joined the clubhouse now. TT Pakistan Army. Let's go Pakistan. By the way, we have a full 2-hour webinar on what I just talked about. So if you think that was good, you go in the clubhouse, go to the webinar section. There's a full like 2 hours worth of that talk. Plus there's multiple videos in the course that we talk about those examples as well. Yo, what's my hold on. All right, who's got any more questions? Anything else? Anything? Let's see. In the course, you mentioned the inverted celery. The current 15 would be a perfect example of that to take buys, or do you need a steeper wick? No, you don't need a steeper wick. It would be nice to have a closure above. You know, that would be nice. To have some sort of like if it looked like this, you know, closure above, that might be better. So, yeah. How much time left? 6 minutes? We'll see what happens. Yeah, I think you can get a range now, to be honest, with NFP coming in. I mean, look, we're like kind of right back in we really didn't do anything today. You know, we didn't really do much. 5 a.m. to now, we've just moved here and down. So it really wasn't much going on today. A little ADP push, little ADP residue push, and that was it. Good morning from Pakistan. Let's go. Yeah, we took longs today. Yep. Yeah, we took buys earlier, and that was pretty much it. Good sells right now. Well, the 4-hour is bearish, right? So I would expect a top wick on that 4-hour candle. We broke the lows like very early on, so I'm a little skeptical with that. So we're probably going to need a decent top wick. So I would say like, yeah. Yeah, any fake out or anything over here looks good for sells. The buys are okay, but you know, you got to understand now the 4-hour closed bear. So that now goes against the buys a little bit. Did I close 50% at 15 or 20? Yeah, it was like 20, 22 pips or something like that. Where to take partials? Yeah, you always want to look left. So it's like if this is your range, right? So if you believe that price can come up here from down here, well, somewhere in the middle of that, or somewhere within this distance, there's probably going to be an area in which price will stutter, right? Where it will, like, you guys ever go on a plane, you get turbulence, right? Where this plane's going to experience turbulence somewhere, right? It's not just going to, in most cases, it won't just cleanly move all the way up. It usually deal with a little something, right? So you got to think, well, where will that happen, right? So if we're looking at between here and here, where will it happen? So in order to do that, we got to look left. So we got to push through here and start to look at what's happening over here. So then we notice, okay, look at all this rejection here. Mad rejection, right? All that. So you can't be blind to the fact that all that is there in that zone and just look at that clean traffic. So anytime you find any sort of like area where you see price could hesitate from here to here, that's the partial TP area. Yep, so in this case, it would be like right there. Right here where all these wicks are at. And by the way, this is just one example, so you'll see all of that. You know, you'll see that on every trade. So it's just about a matter of looking left to get right. Last 2-minute push, we'll see. Yeah, and Dustin, like, the more you see it, the more it'll make sense. You know, so I don't mean to say, hey, we'll just leave it right there, right? Like, I'll exemplify and show it on all the trades. But yeah, usually a little bit left will typically have a nice area which you can get some clues from. And the more you see it, the more reps come in, you know, the more you'll get, your eyes will be trained to it. Four-hour bearish, daily bullish. Yeah, just, I mean, the fake out's okay here, but, you know, the 4 hours still, you know, closing bearish, right? Previous candle here. So it doesn't mean that the next candle will drive down. Honestly, I really think we're chopped up here. All right. So we're probably not going to go anywhere. But yeah, we'll see. 10K account, probably like one lot. Stick to like one lot, maybe even less. 0.5. See you in Asian. All right, Philip. Later. Do you have a copy of the London trade? I don't think we took a London trade. Yeah, I got off a little bit towards the end, but I don't think they took one. All right, man. I think we're done here. Yeah, I think this is a great session here today. Yeah, W session. Lot to learn here today. I would go back to all the streams, you know, the past week or so. There's been just a lot to learn. A lot of really, really good examples of exactly what we teach. So I would recommend checking those out, going back, you know, being a good student. And we're back tomorrow, man. We might get Raja on tomorrow. And keep in mind, there will not be a trade. I'm sorry, a stream on Friday. So Friday there will be no stream. So tomorrow's the last stream of the week. So pull up. Let's have a good time. Let's walk away profitable. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys. Clubhouse, I'll see y'all in Asian. And everyone else, I'll see you guys back in the New York session tomorrow. Sound good? Sound Gucci? All right, let's do it. Love y'all. Have a great day. Let's go. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Clubhouse, I'll see you later. Peace, G's. Hope y'all have a great day. We out. Peace.
On me, thank God we straight. Even though I might pull up late, I ain't never too late. I'm saying my grace like God is great. Decorate this ice like birthday cake. Just tap to the food, I'll make my plate. I don't mean to be rude, you fake your face. Pull up in the church in the rave. You know I'm going on like Marvin Gaye. I keep on K, just pardon me. You new to the game like Shawshank. I gotta let go like love, forgive me. You know we in the house. We gotta go up like chimney. It's not just on me, it's in me. Devil, you can pull up in the hood if you want to. South Park, who killed Kenny? Father, Son, Holy Ghost. You don't want smoke with any. Humble, which one lasts? The demon stepping, blew them thing back like Christmas past. Let go, let grace, let go, live life. Can't help myself. You took them stripes, you took my strength. How I can't forget them folks, but try to leave my way. I mean it. Memphis Rocky, hear your father, turn your cheek, don't fight. I'm rapping my tail off, I'm shipping the mail off. I'm getting my prayers off, taking my hands off. I wake in the morning and get out the box like Kellogg's. So much from day to day, feel like a featherweight, gave it to God to take care of. Hey, few, I let go, let God. Let me go catch my red eye. KB, that there 1K, tell them twin identical. Pride on minimal life behind these bars, my album criminal. I can't do subliminals, what you think is not this critical. Watch out, it'll go. Christ gon' trump your candidate body in this political. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I go petro, metro, retro, then I escrow my residuals. It's too formidable, them golden idols pitiful. I'm burning calves like ellipticals, this is typical. Keep it minimal, teach you how to boy. I'm out here giving clinicals. Go hard as bicentennial, nothing mythical, need no rituals. Grace of God is on continual, my boy.
God gave me the keys, so I'm logging in. Had to get off TikTok, watch how I be clocking in. Got the Holy Spirit on the stage when I was walking in. If you got a problem with me, you gon' have to talk to him. Big facts, this little heaven off a big stack. So that Range Rover Deuces, I don't miss that. Had to get on my excuses on a diss track. I be walking where the truth is, ain't no zigzag, no more over. Tell him adios, started from the bottom, now we with the Holy Ghost. Only way to get up high is if you get down low, ayy. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. Yeah, whoa, yeah. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. Yeah, whoa. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. Yeah, whoa. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. I never stop, God brought me to the top. Guess I gotta wait around to see how hard it drop. Drop, drop, just kill the beat. It's a whole song about humility. I stay clear where the ceilings see, cause I know that's where many other villains be. Me and my fam try to keep a low profile. Head stay straight, don't worry about a profile. Can't burn out when you keep it on the low dial. They say no, wait, now they saying oh wow. No more over, tell him adios. Started from the bottom, now we with the Holy Ghost. Only way to get up high is if you get down low, ayy. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard they drop. Yeah, whoa, yeah. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard they drop. Yeah, whoa. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard they drop. Yeah, whoa. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard they drop. I never stop, God brought me to the top. Guess I gotta wait around and see how hard they drop. Okay, yeah, yeah. Hey, how you start is how you finish. Like 9 to 5, we stand on business. Just to catch up, you gon' need a village. Okay, we got no limits, huh? We got no limits, huh? Yeah, I put on my J's, you already know the dealer. But this ain't a game, this is life, this is a killer. He'll try to trap your soul, I ain't talking Bryson Tiller. But really he's a dog, standing next to a gorilla. My ability to go grill a beat is from Elohim. Ain't no competition in my game, it's just me on me. And this composition ain't for fame, it's for G.O.G. Tell the devil go back where you came, cause we walking free. Hop on the stage and I'm ready for war. I'm not the same person I was before. I see revival breaking on the floor. I pray it makes its way out of the door. In Jesus' name we breaking out of Hades. I might be doing this until I'm 80. I leveled up all the way just to say that ain't how you start, it's how you finish. How you feel like 9 to 5, we stand on business. Just to catch up, you gon' need a village. Okay, we got no limits, huh? We got no limits. ain't taking no L's. No, 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 no. Saints breaking out of cells. Go, 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 go. The battle's been won. He said that it's done. So we ain't taking no L's. We ain't taking no L's. Hey, we seeing W's all in the chat. It's like a home run straight off of the bat. Lion, the Judah, the cat out the bag. I can't dilute it, I'm bringing the facts like I was lost, but now I'm found. Trapped in darkness till you came around. Broken chains all falling to the ground. We ain't taking no L's. No, 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 no. Saints breaking out of cells. Go, 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 go. The battle's been won. He said that it's done. So we ain't taking no L's. We ain't taking no L's. Hey, we ain't taking no L's. The victory is already won. 3 days in the ground in the kingdom of gun. Why just wait around when he told you to run? Told you to run. Run the race at the pace that you're supposed to. Break through, man, there's nothing that he won't do. Broken chains all falling to the ground. We ain't taking no L's. No, 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 no. Saints breaking out of cells. Go, 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 go. The battle's been won. He said that it's done. So we ain't taking no L's. We ain't taking no L's. Hey, we ain't taking no L's. We ain't taking no L's. No, no L's. No, ain't taking no L's. We ain't taking no L's. We ain't taking no L's. We ain't taking no L's.
Days just feel the same. Why can't life just change? I've been trying to find my way. I'm tired of going through the motions. I was just trying to be down. Now it's just time to be me. Now it's just time to be tired of going through the motions. I was just trying to be down. Now it's just time to be me. Now it's just time to be tired of going through the motions.
Trying to make it through a long day with a uniform for a shirt. So quick to lose inspiration when I'm clocking back into work. It could be worse. I ain't sleeping in the dirt. I've been going through the motions while I'm on this earth. What's it worth? All this time been passing. Feels like I'm losing passion. Please God, make something happen. It feels like nothing happens. I need changes for the better. I've been walking through the weather. I'm so used to saying never. Maybe never lasts forever. I don't know. Feel my pain when I go through the rain. Do you go through the same? Yeah. Looking at them now, I gotta do me, boy, stay in my lane. I gotta live my life for the light, man. I can't wait. Yeah, I ain't going down the drain, tired of going through the motions.
Days just feel the same. Why can't life just change? I've been trying to find my way. I'm tired of going through the motions. I was just trying to be down. Now it's just time to be me. Now it's just time to be tired of going through the motions. I was just trying to be down. Now it's just time to be me. Now it's just time to be tired of going through the
I got a Ford
motions.
Focus, wish I had a Mercedes. Driving around the city, man, my schedule been crazy. I'm tired of being single, wish I had me a lady. I'm trying to find a promised land and someone gon' take me. Hey, Chris, man, the world ain't really about you. It seems like you got something to prove. Yeah, I'm at a show, hop on the stage and go. I'm hearing a round of applause, but what if I lose my soul? All them long nights, lost in the hype, and we had to finish a song. Man, I've lost sight, looking at lights, I never let go of the phone. What if my whole life I missed the point, and then I end up alone? Emotions gon' make you a clone.
Days just feel the same. Why can't life just change? I've been trying to find my way. I'm tired of going through the motions.